And we're back with comic reviews. And first off is Batman, The Return of Bruce Wayne, issue 2. And Grant's still giving us Bruce's trip through time. And he has shot all the way to Puritan times from the end of the last issue. The artist, I think there's an artist with every issue, which I think is an interesting choice. This artist is Fraser Irving, whose work I'm not too familiar with, but I think his work is absolutely beautiful. Particularly, I like the fight with the octopus monster here and there. I think some really stunning work, and the way he used color is really interesting. Anyway, he has lost his memory. He's kind of fuzzy on what he's doing. He knows something's wrong, but he doesn't know what. And let's see, he's stuck in Puritan times thinking that he's supposed to be looking for witches, or at least he's been called to find witches. Anyway, there's this witch hunter here who's a total cunt, doing witch hunter cunt stuff, which I personally think, you know, they're the Nazis of that period. Anyway, they are, you know, looking around for the woman he's actually with. Meanwhile, he's actually trying to fight the real problem, these, you know, octopus beasties and stuff like that. Yeah, Fraser Irving's colors are just stunning. It's really beautiful work. And of course we learn, well, not we, Superman and his company learn what's going on with, you know, Bruce Wayne. And he's sort of almost kind of a bomb as he's going forward through time. I'm not sure how that works, but that's how it's going. And the end, he runs into Blackbeard. So Pirate Batman is next. I'm not sure who the artist is on that one. Excellent work so far. I'm super happy. 5 round chips. And the last issue of the current Madame Xanadu story, Broken House of Cards, written by Matt Wagner, drawn by Amy Reeder Hadley. And let's see, this is still the battle going on with Morgana, her sister, who has taken over her client's body. She's in possession of it, and she's starting anew with a whole bunch of new evils that she has planned. The only people who can stop her are Madame Xanadu and Martian Manhunter. Before he created his Martian Manhunter disguise, this is the 50s, so he is disguised as John Jones, the detective. And never running into aliens before, she has no idea what the fuck he is. She knows there's something strange about him, but he's not magic, so she has no clue. Which is kind of cool, because we know what his deal is. But what I think is interesting is Matt Wagner never comes out and has that scene of, oh, I'm John Jones, I'm from Mars, and blah, 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 blah. Which is cool, that's a nice touch. Very cool fight, and Morgana gets hers. Much deserved ending. I do have one minor complaint. Is I'd consider it a nitpick, actually. Once Betty Reynolds is returned, that's it. I mean, it's the last panel. It's like, boom, okay, we're done. And I don't know, maybe another page of Betty Reynolds coming out of it. You know, a little more conclusion, because the first issue we spent a whole issue with Betty, and now it's over. Maybe there might be a little bit more in the next arc, but that's it. Excellent. I dug this arc quite a bit. This may be Amy Reeder Hadley's last issue with the series. I'm not sure. She's moving on to Batwoman soon, so I don't know. This might be her last gasp with the character. I hope not. This is 5 ram chips. Excellent work. Now let's move to Green Hornet number 4, written by Kevin Smith and drawn by Phil Hester and Jonathan Lau. And this is issue 4, and if you watch my videos carefully, you noticed I didn't review issue 3. I am missing issue 3. I didn't get it. I'm not sure if my comic store just didn't pull it for me, or I mistakenly thought it was one of the other 18 Green Hornet books that Dynamite has been doing, and I passed it up, which would have been my fault. I'm going to go back and look for issue 3. Anyway, it's the, let's see, apparently Kato, an elderly Kato, has shown up and tells, let's see, What's this guy's name? What's this new guy's name? I completely forgot what the son is called. I think his name is Michael. Anyway, tells him that his father was the Green Hornet, all this stuff going on. He wanted to protect you, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, my daughter is, his daughter's named Mulan. The new Kato is named Mulan. Which I'm pretty sure is a Disney princess reference, if I know Mr. Smith well enough. But anyway, their plan is to get him out into a safe house in China, and while they take care of the rest. And he realizes that his life has just been kind of one big spank fest, really, and hasn't really done anything with it, and compared to his father. So he, at the end, decides to join female Kato in doing some ass kicking. And I'm excellent, you know. And as usual, Kato really doesn't seem to even need help from the main hero. And it's probably one of the best action sequences I've seen Kevin Smith write, and it made me miss Cassandra Cain a little bit more. This is excellent work. I loved it a lot, and you know, very nice. I'm going to give this 5 round chips. And we'll reach her down here. And here's a one shot of Daredevil cage match, and I assume this is kind of a getting ready prequel kind of one shot for the eventual crossover, which I can't remember the name of. That's going to be featuring Daredevil, Luke Cage, and all the other street level Marvel characters. This is just to establish more of a friendship that they had when Luke Cage was in his Power Man costume with the big floppy shirt and the tiara and the afro. Which, you know, if you go back in just a few years ago, this is probably in the early 2000s, so boy, he really looked like a spaz. Anyway, it's not much of an issue. It's written by Anthony Johnston, Anthony Johnston, and Sean Chen. The art's nice, tells the story pretty well, but boy, this story isn't really much. It's basically them getting together for a friendly contest and fighting, and Turk sort of interrupts, and that's kind of it. It's kind of a so what, really. It's not terrible, it's just, I don't know, it's paper thin as far as content. I'm going to give it 2 round chips. You can skip it. Anyway, that'll be it from now, and push the button, Lindsay.